Welcome to a game between Cliver5 and dyth. Here we have dyth68 as Amphbots, and here we have Cliver5 who requested this replay as Rovers. You can see here that both are going for a kind of economic start. Both are going to start with raiders and a constructor out from dyth. I think, so we're gonna see how effective Cliver5 will be with his raiding. He wanted to know about this rover play, so he said he's gonna use some fencers and raiders in combination, and that's usually a pretty good combination. Let's see, and the duck misses. That's the thing, a duck is kind of accurate against a moving fast target as a dart. The best way is actually to drive towards the dart as the dart fires. That makes the projectile most likely to overshoot as the projectile comes in an arc from above. So going towards the duck is the easiest and best way to dodge projectiles. And it looks like it got finished off by the drone there. And dyth has followed up this with a mason. And at this point, he should have his commander and his construction, his mason, on high priority, because that way he can expand his economy much faster. Right now, the resources are going to be split between all these units, between the factory and the mason. So yeah, high priority is really good for expanding cons and your commander at the start of the game. So yeah, I can see here that the duck missed all its shots, basically. I think it missed like 3 shots there, I could hear it. So yeah, ducks can suffer quite a bit in low numbers against incoming units. And it misses again. But the one tracking the unit is more accurate if it's actually the target's going away from it. Although I'm not sure how fast you have to be, if darts are actually fast enough to outrun the projectiles of ducks, but you can see here duck missing again, and again even. There's one hit. And another hit, so yeah. And at this point, his opponent is expanding a bit faster. He doesn't really have any units. Raiding with darts is kind of hard, because darts don't do a lot of damage. They're good for slowing down units. You can slow down a loadsters and finish it off with a scorcher, that's decent. It's also good if you wanna kill lone riots and stuff. You go in with a few darts, you slow down the riot and you kill it with the scorcher or something like that. Yeah, but raiding against this can be tricky. Like here's an opening now, and it looks like Cliver5 is gonna try to exploit that. But yeah, potentially it's kind of even, that match. Still at this point, he has getting his economy up. Almost gets that mix. He's getting his economy up, but yeah, he only have 2 cons, and he needs to be start adding some extra build power next to the factory at this point. As soon as his commanders and expanding units stops building, yeah, he's gonna start going plus on metal. So now is the time to make, but he's balancing his metal and energy pretty well, I have to say. And here comes the first, maybe successful raiding from dyth. Cliver5 should have time to retreat here, but he's not quite reacting to these 2 ducks. A bit unnecessary to lose that. So in this matchup, I personally don't like fencers, because bulkheads are a pretty good counter to fencers, really. But if the enemy isn't gonna use them, yeah, fencers can work. But I still think if the enemy uses bulkhead, I don't think fencers do that good. It depends on how you use them. Like, the bulkheads will win in a straight up fight against fencers. So yeah. But on the other hand, if you have something forward distracting the bulkheads, yeah, the bulkheads might not even hit the fencers, and yeah, the bulkheads are also really slow, so you can reposition the fencer or even outmaneuver the bulkheads. So we'll see how that plays out. And here comes a raid, and it might. Oh, he has a Ripper there. That's gonna save it. Yeah. And it looks like Dyth's reaction is pretty bad to this. Like, instead of making these units, I mean, overrunning a few fencers like this is not hard either. An alternative is just to make like 2 bulkheads or a buoy maybe. But yeah. And yeah, at this point, yeah, retreating here is probably smart choice by Cliver5 because it can't really kill a lot of units in this situation. I don't think. Yeah, the trade was decent after all. Yeah. So I think Cliver5 is a bit ahead. Yeah, it's a bit ahead. Not much though. And he's gonna have to contend with these units. And yeah, he's losing 2 Scorches, a bit unnecessary there, but yeah. So he's starting to get out expanded as well. Yeah, like, yeah. So it's a bit of, Cliver5 is falling behind a little bit. But he has the build power now to push out units. He still doesn't have his expanding constructors on high priority. That's kind of bad, I think. And that's a lot of units coming here. Can the Ripper save them? He's also trying to raid against the archers here. Yeah, but archers, yeah, they're anti-raiders basically. They're pretty good. And the Ripper almost saves all these units, but not quite. Ah, this is decent raiding now, getting some mixes. There are 1 Lotus turret there, he might get another mix here. That's decent. Yeah, gets 1 mix there. And another mix. Oh, he shouldn't drive around the mix. Oh, he's trying to go back again. Yeah, he gets a mix there. That's good. So yeah, he tried to place behind the mix so he could avoid being shot by the Lotus turret. But yeah, killing 4 mixes like that, that's pretty worth. It's gonna take a while for him to rebuild. And it looks like, how much did he excess there? Yeah, at this point, Cliver5 is accessing a bit. He didn't have his factor on repeat, and now his resources are full, basically. So yeah, having another like 600 units out here, defending here, and doing maybe even expanding would be nice here. Like, yeah, not having your factor on repeat can be a pretty big mistake like that. Because yeah, if you're accessing, when you access 167 metal, that means that you have also 500 metal in storage. Oh, he's gonna, ducks here are gonna face an end, I think. Pretty good defense. Yeah, this Faraday is really gonna make work here. Really gonna slow down these other units. Especially their archers are nice to slow down in this situation. Yeah, Dyth is feeding a bit here. Although he did kill a bit of expansion, so yeah, Cliver5 is really behind an expansion in this situation. But yeah, so as I was saying, basically having 660 metal that could have been units, yeah, that makes a pretty big difference. Like in the army value here, 600 extra value, yeah, you're back even again. But you are starting to fall behind in total value, considering your opponent has almost half the map now, so yeah. it looks like Cliver5 is falling apart here. Cliver is trying to keep Rippers, which, yeah, should counter the Archers and Ducks pretty well. I might get... will I get a Commander though? That would be a good pick-off. Yeah, he gets a Commander. That's a big, good pick-off, but I don't think it's enough. Yeah. He's losing all his back mixes here. Like, 2 Rippers can probably clean up this little, yeah, incursion. But yeah, there's more units here, and yeah. Not looking too good. Yeah, you can see some defense going on here. Yeah, chasing down archers is hard. So if you look at value kill, yeah, Cliver5 is actually doing pretty well, but it's not good enough to, since he's being out expanded so heavily. I mean, his fencers are still holding here, but... and he killed the commander here, but yeah, that's not enough in this situation. I mean, a Ripper Fencer combo, or using Scorchers together with Fencers, yeah, it's decent. Against... I wouldn't really... I mean, I can't... I mean, since Dyth didn't even make Bulkheads, which I think is a really good counter to Fencers, yeah, it's like... yeah, it's... your Fencers did pretty well. But yeah, if the enemy starts making boys and bulkheads, and especially if they get grizzlies out, it's hard to make fencers effective. But yeah, fencers are fast, so you can outmaneuver bulkheads and boys. So I'm not going to discourage the tactic completely. It's just yeah, it can be a little bit tricky to deal with both archers and like dealing with archers, they can defend pretty well against scorchers. So Scorcher Rain is kind of tricky. You can get out some fencers to push like expansions and help against archers and ducks. Yeah, sure, it works. Definitely it works. Especially if you can spread out on several fronts, like attack here, and then oh, it looks like he might lose his commander. But yeah, it's not really. At this point he was too far behind anyway. Yeah. Yeah, so being able to spread out and outmaneuver like bulkheads and boys, and then you can get pretty good tempo with fencers in that sense against ampbots. Yeah, but assaulting the base with, I think it's risky. It can work if the enemy doesn't make bulkheads, but yeah, if they just make bulkheads or boys as a response in their base, yeah, it's gonna be hard to push that last bit. But from containing the player, archers, I mean fencers, they're pretty good, really. So yeah, I'm not gonna discourage the use of fencers against ampbots. Like the thing is with ampbots is everything they have is rather slow. Like they have archers that are decently fast and they have ducks, but everything else is exceptionally slow. Especially against a factory like yeah, this, yeah, like the fencer is even faster than archers, so you can even outmaneuver archers. Like yeah, and they're almost like they're a little slower than ducks, but yeah, you can see how you can really outmaneuver and even keep up and outmaneuver archers. Like if you see a bad engagement of archers coming in, you can just retreat. And if there's some ducks there, yeah, if you have a ripper or so, they're gonna keep your fencers pretty safe. Yeah, look at yes how these units get slaughtered when they don't really like in a situation like this. Dyth feels like he's feeding, and that's kind of true, but still, you got out expanded. Yeah. So yeah, you also have the Ravager. It's decent. Like it doesn't, if you're facing, it can't really beat archers, but archer will have trouble like dealing with it. So it's even faster than an archer and almost as fast as duck. So Ravager are also pretty decent in this matchup. So yeah, yeah. But on the whole, yeah, you basically started falling behind quite early in the game. And if you look at metal use, yeah, it's even a bit worse. Like, uh, you should make sure to not even like accessing. Yeah, how did you come? You accessed even more in the. Oh, yeah, it was over by that point anyway, kinda. But yeah, you should just get out a little more units and try to maintain a bit more map control. And I didn't really see you trying to abuse any mobility advantage that the Ruber player has. Um, yeah, you use some fencers, but yeah, you can also like reposition. If you're not against pure ducks, then it might be hard to reposition. But if you're against like archers and such, you can reposition your fencers. And you can try to, that's the thing, you kind of want to try to spread out, well, not exactly spread out, but you want to outmaneuver their army. So if you're using fencers and scorchers, you try to go in where ducks and archers are not. And then once the archers come in, if it's just pure duck, you can probably trade with them with a few like fencers and scorchers, especially if you have reapers as well. And then you can like keep the push up, and if there comes too many units here, preferably you would have like a radar like here, so you can see the enemy motion, how they move their unit, their movements and such. And then you can like abuse your mobility advantage. Late game though, you might struggle against Grizzly, but that's really late game in this position, like, yeah. But that's, yeah, a story for another game. Yeah, so remember to put your expanding cons on high priority so you expand faster and expand your economy faster. And yeah, try to be a bit more aggressive while also avoiding losses with Rubers. Like you can outmaneuver ducks with scorchers and darts, and fencers can outmaneuver everything else except ducks. And they only, yeah, if you have some scorchers or Ripper there, you can do pretty safe retreats even if the enemy has a lot of ducks. So yeah, those are my tips for this game. So good luck and have fun. See you another time.